if you have a high energy dog, I've got a really cool enrichment tool that you can be using inside, outside. I love to use it outside, but this is going to save you a little bit of energy, but tire out your dog and really help with your training as well. It is called a teaser pole or a flirt pole, and you can kind of see I'm holding it here in this photo. It looks a little bit like a fishing pole, but it's going to be to attach a toy to, and then I like to take mine outside, so we've got lots of space to do this in. You can move it around in circles. You can drag it and have your dog chase it. You can have them jump for the different toys. It's really fantastic because they are very focused on those toys and on playing with them and on catching them and chasing them. And you do not have to do quite so much in terms of running around, potentially twisting your ankles, etc. So with that in mind, we are going to talk a little bit about these teaser poles. Now, these are called, again, teaser poles or flirt poles. And this one's really nice because it is made for bigger dogs. My dogs have yanked on this pretty hard and not done any damage, not had any problems with it. I saw somebody in their reviews say their 90-pound dog was really yanking on it and it was perfectly fine. I love it because it's collapsible. And so it's kind of just like a camera tripod. You guys know I'm a professional photographer of many years. And so this is very familiar to me. And you can kind of see how I'm just able to collapse it. And then it becomes this size. This particular one, there's lots of them. I'll link this one for you, but there's lots of things you can be doing. It comes with a nice little travel bag, and it comes with a whole bunch of toys that you can attach to it. So when you get this teaser pole, this is just going to be something where you can attach the rope. The rope is actually pretty long, so you can see how got all the way here. It's a very long little rope. They actually sent 2 of them. So if one breaks or frays or whatever, you've got a backup. You don't have to buy extra things. And then you attach the toys to it. They've got a bunch of different toys. I like this one because it kind of has the little tassels at the end that my dogs really like. It kind of tied into different sections. So I can actually tie this and retie this. I just noticed that it was a little bit untied. So you can actually tie this up a little bit better or a little bit differently. They have it in black and green as well. So you can see how that was tied a little bit better, a little bit tighter because my puppies were playing with the other ones. But they also sent the cute little rope balls and a little tennis ball attached to a rope. And you can use any toy you want with this as long as it has some kind of loop. So as long as you've got a loop that you can loop onto your string here, you're going to be able to use those different toys. So you don't even have to go back and buy new things. Although they do have replacements for these. And this is really nice because you can do it in a number of different ways. So like I said, you can kind of stand there and you can spin in a circle. So you hold it in front of you and you just spin around. At some point, it may start to make you a little bit dizzy if you are standing in one space and you're just very tightly turning around. So you can actually just kind of go around your head. You just have to lift it up higher. And the more that you spin it faster, this is going to go out a little bit further. You can drag it, of course, along the ground. And if you want to run with it, you can hold it out to the side and have them chase after you. You can use this to help with training, not just with playtime, but you can actually train them to do different things. I like to hold mine up in the air and let my girls jump for it. They like to jump up and try to get it. I do let them win sometimes, and sometimes I make them keep jumping. If they are going to grab onto this, they'll, yank it a little bit, but it is really sturdy. It's very well made. This is a very sturdy piece of equipment. And so it's not going to go anywhere. You just have to kind of grip onto it so they don't yank it at themselves. And then you can just take the toy from them and continue on. I wouldn't necessarily say you should let your dog tug on this because, again, it is a rope, it's on a pole, there's a lot for you to be managing. So if they are dogs who particularly like to tug, maybe don't let them win quite as much. And this is also really good for kind of spacing out with different toys. So if you take a Frisbee out or a ball out, you can kind of do a little bit of that, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of this. So it's not all hyper-focused on this. Now you can use this inside, which is also really nice depending on how you want to do it. So you may have toys dedicated for the outside and toys dedicated for the inside. You may have multiple versions of this. I'm actually going to get more of these because I have 2 dogs. So I'm going to be able to use both of these outside with my dogs, which is really nice. But they both have chased one on one pole. So there's options for this as well. And you can use this to train them to track things. You can use this to just tire them out. You can teach them jumping. You can do all the things with it. I, again, really like if I'm going to be like creating content or they're going to be going in their crates while I'm gone, I will take this outside and really just tire them out by running them in circles and moving around. And I mix it up by standing in circles for a while and then I'll switch directions for a little bit. Then I'll move locations and have them chase me. I'll have them do jumping. It's not just running in circles because I don't want them to get dizzy. So I give them opportunities to try different things with this. You can attach the different toys. So this is going to be a little bit different than playing with this just be mindful these are all rope toys. So if you take them outside when it's like muddy, that's not going to be fun. So be intelligent about when and how you're going to be using this. And then you can just change the size that you need depending on your height, depending on what works best for you. You may want to keep this nice and short if you have a smaller dog, or if you do not want to, or you want to have like a better, sturdier grip. If they're going to yank onto it and you're going to pull that, it's going to be a little bit easier to hold it if it's smaller than if it's longer and you have to manage the entire thing. You can make it longer so that they have more to chase or more to fling out to the sides as you are spinning these things. But this teaser pole, the flirt pole, is really, really nice. My dogs have loved it so far. We've had a really fun time using it. And again, training, fun, tiring them out, it's going to be a really good opportunity for you to do a lot of these things with. And if you're doing things like training for agility, or you're training them to jump or to do fancy tricks, this is going to be really nice to kind of drag and teach them how to do the weave pulls. This is going to be nice for teaching them how to chase different things down. So there's a lot that you can be doing with this. I really like this one. This is the first one that I am trying. So I'll link that down below for you. But this one, in my research that I did, was really, really well made. And I do believe this is very well made. Again, as a longtime photographer, I can identify equipment like this really, really easily. This one is definitely sturdy. It is well made. It could take a bit of a punch. So this is going to be really nice. It does come again in the carrying case so that I can pack that up and take it to the beach with me, or I can take it on trips with me, or if I just want to store it without it being like all out, I can collapse it and put it in a drawer. So it's going to be very nice for me. And then it's got that nice grip on the end, so you can be holding it down here. You can hold it up higher if you want, depending on how long it's going to be for you. And this is a fun one to test out. It's pretty reasonably priced. So this is good just to test, just to try things out. And again, made for those sturdier dogs to be playing with. So this is fine if you have a tiny dog. If they can play with the bigger toys, or you can get smaller toys. You can do whatever you want with this, but this is going to be good for your larger dogs as well. Definitely good for my English Springers. And I saw people with much bigger dogs than mine that said this one was really good. So I'll link that down below for you. Following for more enrichment ideas for your dogs, how you can be leveraging this. And if you want to see different ways that I am using this personally, go ahead and let me know. We'll create a video on that as well. And let me know if there's other products I should be testing out for you. This is, for me, a 5 out of 5 star. I highly recommend this. I think this is a great gift to be getting for your dog, for yourself, or for somebody else who is adopting a new dog or puppy. And if you need more ideas on things you can give to your friends who are adopting new dogs or puppies, or things that you can be using for your own dog, follow along with our enrichment and our must-have playlist. I'll link those down below for you. We'll see you in the upcoming episodes as we continue to help you navigate dog parent life.